Would you rather make people pregnant with a look? This is you look when you make when your face is resting. That face will give people kids. And the kid will belong to you just biologically. Like I don't know how that's gonna work.
My DNA?
Yeah, it's your kid, but it's gonna be your child.
Okay.
Okay. or or if anyone touches you without permission, they will automatically catch fire. It is uncontrollable. This is
Um,
not a power. Even if you're asleep, if they touch you without your verbal consent, automatic fire.
Considering I'm infamous for this, so it would definitely be fire. But not like consuming fire, just a little burn. Just like a second degree burn. Or a first, not like death.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to 1000 Crazy Questions, the podcast. I'm your currently sane host, Houston Pierce. This is a podcast where we have on at least one guest a week and ask some series of crazy would you rather questions. We get into the psyche of our guests, explore topics and questions that maybe should not have been explored.
Okay, let's get into the episode this week. This week we have with us podcaster, mother, public speaker. Please welcome the resilient Blair Riggs. Blair, if you want to introduce yourself to the listeners for those who may or may not know you yet.
Hi, I'm Blair Riggs, and I have cerebral palsy. And then I started a podcast just to share my story and share like hope and inclusion and for the disabled community. A lot of stigmas, a lot of like false information is out there, and I just want to spread the truth.
Yeah. No, that's why I like your podcast, Blair. And for the people who maybe haven't heard of the Adaptable Octopus, I actually wondered where did you come up with that name? Why specifically the octopus? And this sounds very basic, but the clip art for your podcast caught my attention a lot the first time I went. I was like, huh. I thought it had something to do with like my friend the octopus or whatever. And so I clicked on it. I was like, oh, and I learned about it. But truthfully, I don't know where the octopus came from, but it really grabbed my attention. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So last summer, I watched a documentary about octopus and just how they can really adapt to their environment. They can fit in no matter what. And that just really resonated with me because really the world doesn't change for you. You have to adapt to the world like the octopus. So that's where the adaptable octopus came from. The art for my octopus, I used green because that represents cerebral palsy, and I just like the other colors. My little brother helped me with the coloring, so that's where it came from.
Okay, cool. I'm glad I asked about that. Yeah, because I wondered it for a while. I was like, that's a really nice cover, and that's a really good name. It's kind of like I don't know what it is, but the fact it's like adaptable is like three syllables, and so is octopus. They're kind of big words. Anyway, sorry. The way it's done and the way it correlates with your message, it's really it sounds really perfect to me. Yeah. And for the people who may not know you, just know you a bit
Thank
better,
you.
what do you do for, for fun outside of, your podcasting and, for your job? What do you do? Yeah, like on your free time.
On my free time, I love to play with my animals. I have a 14-year-old daughter that I enjoy spending time with, and I also have a 19-year-old son, so they keep me pretty busy.
That's good. I know you have a dog, but because I was on your show not too long ago. But what other pets do you have outside of your dog? Or is it just your dog?
No, I have two cats, but I grew up on a farm where I had horses and chickens and goats. So that's my goal is to really live on a farm again. But right now I'm in the city, so I have a dog and two cats.
Cool. The dogs get along with the cats, and the cats with the dogs.
Absolutely. Yes. I think my dog is more afraid of the cats than the cat is of the dog.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, I think I remember you saying you had a cat. I remember that now. The detail I remember that about from the from your show. Well, speaking of, I think you actually answered a question that's coming up later on. But real quick, audience, here are the rules to the game. There are two rules to this game/conversation. Rule number one, you must always answer the question no matter what. If you honestly have no preference towards one or the other, you say the phrase, flip a coin, and we move on. Rule number two, whoever asks the question doesn't have to answer it if they choose not to. These rules exist because as questions become harder to answer, these rules become harder to follow. This week we have kind of like, I think, a family-friendly episode. For all intents and purposes, this should be a blue episode, I think. If you want to check out a really safe version of this podcast, they're labeled blue in the episode description. And if you want a more risky type adult one, they're labeled red in the episode description. And yeah, like I said, this one should be pretty safe. Go check out the catalog of my episodes, and they're there. And Blair, just want to remind you, if you have any different questions for me, or variations of the questions I've asked you in this back and forth, you are more than welcome to pose them to me. And a quick but important disclaimer to the listeners: everything is hypothetical. If you're offended by this episode, sorry. I mean, you can at me. I may or may not respond depending on about how I feel. And but it's true. Everything's for conversational, hypothetical, or what's it called? Comedy purposes. And yeah, Blair, before we begin, is there anything you would like to ask, declare, or are there any inherent/mental biases you may have?
I am speaking from my experiences. Uh, I might say something incorrect, but my heart is good, my intentions are good, and here we go.
That is a really good statement. I mean, that's a really good one. Yeah, everyone tackles that differently. That's a really good one. All right, here we go. First question. This one is classic would you rather question, but would you rather be go deaf or go blind?
Go death.
Deaf.
Because I would rather go death because seeing is believing, first of all, and you can come to your own conclusion, but you know, so I could live in my own little world and picture it the way I want to, or hear things I want to versus things I don't want to hear.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Would you does any of it have to do with you valuing kind of how things look more than how things sound? Like, do you like pictures more than music, or is it anything to do with that?
No, but when you talk to a human, when you interact with another human being, they say a lot. But really, it doesn't matter what they say, it's a matter of what they do. So I can appreciate seeing something versus hearing something. Because you can manipulate your words or lie or whatever, but your actions speak so loud.
Gotcha. That's a really good answer. That's I mean explanation. Does it have so you're not really thinking about what it would take like to adapt to either situation. You're kind of thinking of what the benefit of what keeping the other would be.
So the benefit is there's always sign language. There's so many ways to communicate by reading, by signing. So you can find other ways to communicate easier than you can like figure out how to see something
Yeah.
or imagine something. So it's easier to communicate being blind, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, I think, oh man, I think I might agree with you. To answer this question myself, although I love music, I guess it's a bit, you're right, body language and actions are a big deal. And I can't really imagine losing color and everything. I mean, to forget to forget seeing green or not see blue or anything else again would be kind of, I can't really imagine that. I can, but I can't imagine that.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Could you imagine not seeing your parents or, your friends? I can't imagine not seeing my children.
yeah, yeah, That's tough, but not hearing sucks. But yeah, you're right. But you're right. You're right. I mean, well, not right because it's an this is opinion, but I think I agree. All right. Well answered. And moving on. And so, a question from your audience that I have ready for you is that they want to know is: do you prefer to work more with a younger or older audience?
Um, I would say older because I was in my 40s before I really understood who I was. By the age of, the older you get, the more stuck in your ways, your beliefs, your whatever, and it's powerful when you realize who you are. It's more satisfying for me to watch or me to experience an adult finding joy or finding whatever.
Do you have any like really good stories or experience like for a younger compared to an older audience that you like latch onto that you use to compare these to make this decision? Like, there any like good nuggets that come to mind?
Yeah, I had this woman, I say girl for everything. This 31, I believe, I don't know her exact age, but in her 30s, she had cerebral palsy also, and she just moved into her own apartment and is working at CVS. So, and she was like, I can talk to my family about it. Like, she's able to say, I don't want you to do this for me. I want to cook. I want to live on my own. I am able to do these things. And for that, I'm so proud of her.
That's cool. But I mean that's very cool. But can kids do the same thing? Sort of. I mean, they can go. Well, I guess they always gonna need help because they're already children. All right. Yeah. Never mind. I guess.
Yeah, but I got a question. When you're an adult and you're stuck in your ways, and then all of a sudden you just release or found a better way. Have you been like thinking one thing and then you realize you're thinking wrong and there's a better way? Have you ever experienced that?
Yes. Yes. So many times, yes. I'm a pretty I can be very stubborn person. So there are plenty of times where I've had to be humbled onto something of you should do it this way. No, I'm gonna do it this way. And then through the way I've done it, like I'll figure out, oh, you know what? Maybe I should do it this way. And they go, that's what I said. I'm like, you're right. I'm sorry. I should have one small but easy example I can think of is with this podcast actually. For a good while, for some years, I was personally recording all the front of my episode, and I liked doing that, and it was fine. But it took a lot of time sometimes to edit on the back end, and my now audio engineer was like you should just pre-record the intro. A bunch of other podcasts do it, and I don't want to do that. I want to keep it personal. And as I kept going, I pre-recorded one. I was like, oh, that sounded really nice, and it's actually way easier. and then,
Yeah.
and I fell into it. Small example, but yeah.
Well, I always change my intro. I have a like pre-recording, but the way I come in is always different because everybody's different.
Yeah, it's true. Everyone is different. It does. Yeah, it doesn't matter as long as it gets. It's whatever works for that person. Okay, next question. Moving on, I have a really dumb one. Forgive me in advance for maybe the childish nature of this one. But would you rather have, sorry, this is something to read aloud. Would you rather have air freshening farts or have healing spit that will only heal like minor scrapes and like small cuts and stuff?
I would say spits. Healing spits because I'm always tripping or like I'm very unstable. So I always have like scratches or all that stuff. So it would be a lot easier to spit on myself than go to a doctor.
Yeah, but you could just use band-aids. I don't think you need go to the doctor for cuts, right?
Well, See, when I do something, I do it big,
Oh,
and I fell like the beginning of July, and I didn't get a little scrape. I get like 6 stitches. So if I do something, it's always big.
okay, this is just the entrepreneurial person in me, I guess, but would you think about bottling your spit and selling it? Like, reek spit heals cuts.
I love it.
That
Absolutely.
makes them change what, it's why it's
Yeah. There's
uh,
people out there already selling farts. I don't think anybody's selling spit, so I would be different
but
and do spit.
you'd be different with the fart thing though, because yours would smell good. Is yours it's actually good. So, it'd be I mean it's very thinking about where it comes from is like, but like like someone around you be like, "Oh wow, Blair, actually can you fart? This room smells bad." We'd appreciate
Yeah. I was watching something, I don't know if it was on TikTok or YouTube, but anyway, back in the olden days, and I'm not sure the year, but a woman who can fart very loud and smells bad, that was like they were respected because they could release release something. But I promise you, there was a time where women's farts were valued. So Google it.
You're messing with me.
No, no, I promise I'm not messing with you.
Women's farts. I mean, okay, I'm not okay. I'm against farts in general. Well, the women or men's, I don't care. Um, I think all farts are they can be funny in the right
Mhm.
context. They can be, I think, but not all. But they're not all. Once I smell it, all the funny goes out the window. I think they're funny from a distance when it happens to someone else, maybe
Yeah.
on in a movie, but when it's someone's like next to me and I can smell it and I'm trapped or something, like it's no longer funny. I'm the victim. And so
Oh my
I'm just saying,
gosh.
I think whatever.
But do you have a Google, like little Google in your house?
Uh,
There's a game on Google that you can say guess your fart and then make a sound and then you it's a game my daughter plays, but the Google will make a farting sound and then my daughter will fart and see if it can sound the same.
what? What?
Yeah, there's a farting game on Google. So go and ask your Google to guess your fart.
I did not know. I did not know this. I guess I have to look this up afterwards. I don't have a Google, like one of
Yeah.
those you hate those Hey Google things. Yeah, I don't
Mhm.
have one of those, but I did not know that.
So please, if you have a Google at home and you can play the fart game, guess your fart, please leave it in the comments so Houston will believe me.
Please do. I want to know how this is real and how many people use it. Please. I don't know how I missed this, I guess. Um, okay, I have another question from your audience. I want to ask you.
Okay.
Do you get along with all of your siblings?
Yes, the answer is yes, but I am closer. I have 4 siblings. I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters. So naturally I talk to my older sister the most, but I love both of my sisters and there's no beef. But I talk to my older sister the most. She's my person.
He's your person.
Yeah, she's my person.
Like that's how cats think about people. That's my person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do what I say.
Do you think your other siblings are gonna have an issue hearing that if they heard this episode? Or
No, because they're used to me being honest and they they know I don't talk to them all the time. I mean, how can you get mad at the truth? I don't know how you can get mad at the truth.
I hear you. Some people can, but I hear you. If they know, they know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you for answering that. Okay, this next thing, because it's not really a question, this is sort of a little game type thing. I will list an animal, And to the best of your ability, I want you to give me a ranking number for that animal on a scale of 1 to 10 for how funny it is, in your opinion.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so for example, if I say koala, you'll say like with number 1 to 10, 6. I don't know. For instance,
Yeah.
yeah. And then that's
Yeah.
okay. So,
Okay.
and we're gonna start now. And I'm gonna dog.
A 10.
Uh, bee.
1.
Ant.
1.
Elephant.
7.
Crocodile.
Funny?
Funny.
1.
Monkey.
10.
Ape.
I think that's a 10. So can I go back and change it? An
Sure.
ape is funnier than a monkey. Like I'd rather watch apes than monkeys.
Okay. Whale.
Funny.
We'll say a blue whale, I
5.
guess. Be specific, I guess. 5.
5.
Okay. Shark. 3. I'm surprised it wasn't a 1. Shark's funny, but okay. But I guess a little funny. Giraffe.
There's a shark. There's a shark. That sucks. Like all the algae. I don't know. I go to this zoo thing. Okay.
Yeah,
Go
yeah, I
ahead.
know what you mean. Yeah. 2 more here. Tarantula.
Bunny? 1.
Okay. And cat.
I don't know. 8.
Well, okay, cool. Okay, to unpack it a little bit. Dogs are funnier than cats?
I think dogs have more personality, so I would say dog. But my favorite animal to watch is a panda. Have you ever watched a panda in those
Yeah,
panda videos?
yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
Yep. I should have listed a panda. I should have, yeah, those are
Yeah,
tens. They're funny.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
hilarious. Yeah. I think a random animal fact here, but I think when they give birth, they don't recognize that they give birth. I don't know where I heard that. So they just usually their babies fall on the floor and they're all shocked and they don't know. Which how do you carry a baby and not? I mean, I guess it happens to people sometimes, but
Yeah.
but the fact that pandas don't know and they
Trust me, I have 2 children and I was very aware that they were born. Very aware.
yeah, the pandas are just like, what is this thing? It's a little thing, and I don't know. How they live is kind of a mystery because they barely protect themselves. They fall constantly, and yeah, yeah. Those
And they play like I watched a video where pandas are actually sliding down a slide. And so, yeah, they
yeah,
play.
yeah. Great answer. Great answer. Okay, I only have two-ish questions here because we're going low on time. But I want to ask these. One of them is okay. I do answer this at the beginning, but would you ever, from your audience, would you ever want to live on a farm again? Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
But however, I want to be wealthy enough not to have to do the farm chores because those are a lot of work. But if I wanted to do the farm chores, I could. Does that make sense?
I think so. Is a farm tour when you take like a civilian or outsider into your farm? I'm not too sure.
I'm so I'm sorry. I said farm chores, like cleaning the
Chores.
horse.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
cleaning the horse stall.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm sorry. They said farm tour. I was like, do they have those? Okay, but chores. Okay. This is kind of the weird last question, I guess, but would you rather um make people pregnant with a look? And this is uncontrollable, like your bored look. You look when you make when you're just kind of your face is resting. That face will give people kids. I can when they or and listen, and the kid will belong to you just biologically. Like they'll share your DNA. I don't know how that's gonna work.
My DNA.
Yeah, it's your kid,
Mm.
but because of that look, I don't know how that just genetically it's gonna be your child.
Okay.
Okay. Or or if anyone touches you without permission, they will automatically catch fire. It is uncontrollable. This
Um,
is not a power. If it just even if you're asleep, if you want to or not, if they touch you without your verbal consent, automatic fire.
Considering I'm infamous for the side hug, I don't like a lot of physical touch. So it would definitely be fire.
Okay.
I have an unwanted touch, but not like consuming fire, just a little burn. Just like a second degree burn. Or first, not like death.
Yeah, but you could get consent. I mean, as long as people are asking, "May I touch you?" and then you go, "Yes, you can," then you're safe. Yeah.
A funny story about me is I have nerve issues. So some days you can lightly touch my arm and it would physically hurt. So, yeah.
Okay, I guess the second one kind of really works then. Yeah. Don't touch Blair. Don't
Don't touch me.
don't touch. You better ask her. The last person he caught fire. It was scary.
Thanks
Yeah.
for the disclaimer. So when you see me out in public, don't touch me.
Yeah, no. Ask first. Don't just touch Blair.
Yeah.
I think that's a great spot to end it. We all know where you stand with Blair. Yeah, go check out her farm tours. It's like, I mean, she may live on a farm without the chores. You can work for her as long as you don't touch her. And look out for those Riggs spit bottles. They're going to hit a store near you. And yeah, we learned a bit more about Blair. Thank you everyone for listening to this episode of 1,000 Crazy Questions. And before we go, Blair, I want to hand over the spotlight to you. Is there anything you would like to plug or tell the listeners in general?
Yes, go check out my podcast. It's amazing. It's called the Adaptable Octopus, and right now you can get it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. So go check it out. And I love comments, so feel free to comment.
Awesome. Yeah, I highly encourage that. Go check out the Adaptable Octopus wherever it's available. It's a great show. And yeah, let me know through comments, email, or by Instagram if there are any questions you'd like to add to the list of 1,000 questions. Instagram is the best place to follow and suggest. It's at 1,000 crazy questions. And yeah, rating the podcast helps a lot. Thank you, everyone. And please share this with your family. So, family? Dang it, I messed up my outro. Share this with your friends, share this with your enemies, and sure, share with your family. Everyone stay safe. Bye.
Bye. Did you just say inmates? Did you just say share this with your inmates?
Share with your inmates. Oh, that's funny. But no, I said enemies, but inmates is still funny.
Think you said inmates. Like,